Evening and welcome back to my channel. This time we're doing some more work on the Corsa. Well, I think I've found out why the engine won't run, and it's a lack of spark. Now, what I could do was replace the coil pack. I could get one on eBay, chance a few quid on it, but I don't want to do that. Being a typical Yorkshireman, I'm a bit of a tight ass, so I want to test it and be absolutely 100% certain it's not working before I go out and replace it. Someone says the parts cannon or parts darts, that's another way of putting it. So what we need to do is we need to check continuity. I've got a wiring diagram, so I know what goes where. There's 6 pins that go into the coil pack, and pin 1 or 2 is there's an earth and life feed, and 3 through to 6 go to the spark plugs. So if I get a multimeter on it, I should get continuity to pins 3, 4, 5 and 6. So we'll test that first. So before I start checking the coil pack, I just want to make sure that this ECU down here is getting a good earth. So I've got my multimeter. It's on the ohms for resistance, and just before I do any measurements, test it. Just put them two together and get continuity there. So we know the multimeter is working, so I shall keep it on there. So I put my negative probe on the battery negative, which is this one, and then I just put the positive on the metal and I don't know if you can see on the multimeter, I'm getting continuity, so it's definitely earthing is that ECU, because that's another possible cause of it not running. Right, next thing I'm going to try is just make sure there's a live feed of the wire from the fuse to the live feed for the coil pack is working. So it is a fuse at 30, which is 15 amp fuse, which is here. I don't know if you can see it on camera. So I just put I've got one probe into pin 2, which is the live feed. I know this fuse is intact, so I could do either side of the fuse. So I just get the multimeter up and just touch on the fuse, and I'm getting continuity there, and should be getting continuity there. So the live feed is definitely okay. The circuit's fine up to there. So the next test, it'll be pin 1, which I believe goes to earth. So I just put my one probe in there, and I'll put the other probe on the negative terminal of the battery. Yep. So that's good. So while it's checking out so far, so my wiring appears to be good. So I think the next thing I'll do is check this, check that the block is actually earthing. So terminal, put the probe on the negative terminal and try to plug my leads back in because they're coming out. Let's see if I can find somewhere suitable. Just trying the cylinder head. Yeah, that's getting a good earth. Just try down on the gearbox. Yep, getting a good earth, and I can see the engine block anywhere. So look, I can't see anywhere on the engine block. have a look. I think we've got it. I'll just try on air compressor. Yep. So, yep. The engine's getting a good earth. So that's narrowing it down a bit. I'll have to do a bit more reading up and think of what to test next. Right, after consulting the wiring diagrams, what I need to do is pull this relay out. This is the ignition relay, and then test the terminals in turn. So I'll just put you guys down because I can't hold the camera and do me testing at the same time. I'll just set you down somewhere. Just move that, and I'll just have to set that down. Right, okay, so I've got my tester here. It's just test for presence of power in the circuit. So I made a few notes of what goes where. So let's have a look. So we'll test for an earth for starters. So I'll just get my multimeter out. So we'll just test the earth terminal on this relay, ignition relay, and can't see too well, so I'll get my torch. So the earth on this is pin 85. Now pin 85 on here corresponds to that pin, so I'll get the pin on the negative terminal of the battery. Put my torch down and sort these wires out. Test for continuity between the earth and pin 85. Just test my multimeter. Yep, that's working. So pin 85. Right, yep. So the earth is good. I don't dislodge it. I've dislodged my connections. You can't really see too well. Try again. So just wedge that in there. It's in pin 85. I'll touch it to earth. And I've just broken the and turn on my multimeter. This isn't going well at all. Right, that's not good. That didn't go too well. So I'll try it a different way. Now, if I apply power to terminal 85, this should light up. And it's going to earth. Yep, that's going to earth, so that's working. Pin 85. Alright, so what was next on my notes? So let's have a look. So there should be a live feed. So pin 30, that's the top one. That should be a live feed. It should be permanent live. So we connect the tester to earth, and then we touch this top one, and it should be, yep, a permanent live. Yep, that's good. And pin 86, which will be the left one. That's in the ignition fed live, so I'll need to turn the ignition on. should now be live, yep. And just to double sure. And if I touch the same time with the ignition off, it stays off. So next thing to do, the bottom one will go to the fuse. Unfortunately, because I've knackered my bloody multimeter, see if I've got any spare leads. I'll be right back. I can't find any spare leads on the multimeter, so I just cut the end off, and I can still use it. It'll do till I get some new leads. So the bottom terminal, I'm just testing the multimeter. Yep, and I'm getting continuity. So what I need to do is test the bottom terminal against the fuse, which is F30. So I just test that. Test the. Yep. So all the wiring's good to the relay. So I can just put this relay back in. In fact, what I could do is I could try swapping the ignition relay out. No, they're both the same. I'll just try swap one of the relays and see if that's the problem. I did have a relay tester, but I don't think it'd work with these yellow relays. I'll see if I can find it. Right, I have my relay. My relay tester. Unfortunately, the pins are too big, so I wasn't able to test the relay. But I'll see if swapping that relay out will make any difference. Just do a bit more testing, because you know, to me, you know, pins on the coil. So we know that number one goes to earth. So we'll just quickly test that. Yep, that goes to earth. So that should be live feed. Just turn the ignition off, so if we get any live feed to the coil. Ignition's on, and we should be getting something. No, we're not getting anything, so we'll just test this again. So live feed from the fuse to the ignition coil. We know it's terminal 2. Let's have a look, see if we get anything. Yep, they're good. So the wires are all good there. So just plug that in, and we'll just try for a start. So here we go, moment of truth. The note wiring's alright. Nope, that's not working, even though I've swapped the fuses, because that one's the ignition relay. So we just put that back. and we'll try it again. So now we know the wiring to the ignition coil seems to be alright. So I think I might just chance it and try another coil pack, see what that does. Well, I think I've done as much testing as I can do. Unfortunately I can't test the wires going to the ECU plug. I can't find a pin out on the wiring diagram. And I've just pulled the plug out and the pins on the ECU appear to be intact, and I think the ECU's alright because I've had my laptop talking to it. So I think I'm going to make the call on this one. I'll try a replacement coil pack, so to be continued. Okay, it's a few days later. I ordered a coil pack on eBay, a used one, and we'll get it opened up. And so I'm going to put you guys down. Oops. We'll get this opened up. It looks like it's been well wrapped. It's an encouraging sign. Ooh, plenty of bubble wrap. And finally, we have our coil pack. It's identical to the one in the car. Right, I think I'll just put it on the car. See how we go. Right, so we slide the cover off with two T30 bolts. I just left them on tight. So there they come, disconnect them, connect it, and pull this out and put in our replacement coil pack. Started by hand. And then tighten them up with T30. Yep. They're all the way in. Yep. It's all the way in. Right, we'll go for a start. Okay, it's time for the moment of truth, so let's have a look. You're in neutral. Right, here we go. Nope, it's not starting. So I don't know what to think of next. Okay, it's been a few days since I tried the replacement coil pack. Now, I did a couple of jobs off camera, tested the coil pack, it's sparking. Got a replacement fuel rail, I pulled it off the other manifold over there. And I hooked it up, hooked fuel line up and injectors, and cranked it over and the injectors were working. So, and I've been jumping on one of the forums, Vauxhall Owners Network, and I've been given a few things to try. I think the first one, simple one, is to test for fuel pressure at the fuel rail. I know this will work. I know this fuel rail will work and I'm getting, but I just do it for camera. So I just carefully press it. It's like a Schrader valve there. So just do that, and yeah, definitely. The pressure seems a bit low. I'll just try it again. I'll just crank it over, get some pressure up, and I'll try it again. Come to think of it, I shouldn't need to crank it over. Just turn the ignition on, and it should pressurise the fuel rail. So I'll just try it again, see what we get. Oops, petrol all over me. Oh, doesn't seem to be much pressure there. Okay, I'll be right back. Right, okay, let's see if I've any fuel pressure this time when I press the valve. Yep, there's definitely pressure on there. I saw it spurting out. So we got pressure, and you can hear the throttle body actuating. So we've got fuel pressure there, not a problem. So the next suggestion is to check for fault codes. Got my laptop here. I'll just turn the ignition on, and we'll open Vauxhall as it's called. Same thing as Opcom and Vauxhall, depending whether your car's a Vauxhall or an Opel. So go into diagnostics. We know it's 2004, and we know it's Corsa C. And we'll go to engine, choose. Now the engine in this car, it's a 1.2 16 valve engine with the electric throttle, so that makes it the Z12XE. So choose that, let it connect, and yeah, talking to the ECU, so just check for fault codes. Right, okay, we've got all these injection ones low, circuit low, so what we'll do is we'll clear those fault codes. We'll go back, we'll go way back. Oops, we'll go back. Close. Back, 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 exit. Right, going again. Them fault codes were probably from when I changed fuel rail over, because I changed it with injectors. Oops. And we'll try again. Diagnostics. 2004. Corsa C. Engine. Z12XE. Okay, fault codes, and there's nothing there. So those will be from when I tried to when I swapped the fuel rail out. Yep, definitely nothing there. So no fault code, so that's eliminated them. Okay, so the last suggestion that I've been given is to check the cylinder compressions. Now, I did the head gasket on this, so it should be alright, but we'll do a compression test anyway. And I can demonstrate that the coil pack is working as well. So, get that off. Anyway, disconnect the coil pack and multi-plug. And to take this coil pack off, it's 2 T30 screws. And then just gently lifts out. I'll just put that there. I'm gonna need to pull these plugs out, and I won't video all that. It's boring taking 4 spark plugs out. Right, I've got the spark plugs. I've shoved them in coil pack and all connected up, so when I crank it over you should see the spark plugs sparking. Might as well do it while I've got plugs out, so just so it's time to do the compression test. So I'll just get this out of the way. And I've got my compression tester. Right, and we'll start at this cylinder, the one nearest the timing belt, which is number 1. So just screw the tester in. And that's all the way in. I know it's not going to start, but we don't want fuel getting in, so I've pulled out the injection and the coil pack relays, not fuses. So we'll just crank it over and see what we get. And I'll make a note of it. Got a piece of cardboard and a Sharpie. So what we'll do is we'll make a note. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll do his first cylinder. You need to have the throttle open when you're doing this, and just crank it over. And we take a reading, and I'm getting 120 psi on cylinder 1s. So we'll make a note of that. So cylinder 1 is 120, and we just repeat that on all the cylinders. I'm not going to take you through it all. You've seen how it's done on one cylinder. So I'll be right with you as soon as I've done all 4. Okay, the results are in. So the first one, this end of the engine, I think it said timing belt before, it's actually timing chain on this engine. Right, so number 1 was 120 psi, number 2 190, number 3 180, and number 4 was 195. So that one's down by quite a bit. All the readings should be within about 10% of each other, any more than that. And there's a serious problem. Now, I did change the head gasket on this last year, and I did time up the valve timing, so that should be fine. So the next thing to do is try a bit of oil down here and see if the compression increases. So I'll just try a bit of engine oil down the cylinder. Okay, that should do it. Say about a teaspoon, I think. Put a teaspoon in, and we'll just do another compression test. And if it goes up, I've got 1 piston rings, which is a bit of a bugger, because the engine's going to have to come out again. So just make sure that's in tight, and we'll do another reading. think I might have put a little bit too much oil down the cylinders. Yeah, I have. So I just, yeah, put too much oil in the cylinder. Right. I don't get it all over me. Right, I'll try it again. I'm joking, the engine. And I think I've knackered my compression tester, so I don't think I'll be doing another compression test on this. No. Right, so that's that for this one. I'm not sure where to go from here. I can't do a really wet test. It's still dripping on when I forced it out of the spark plug hole. Okay, I'm going to wrap it up for this time. Hope you've enjoyed it. Please remember to like and subscribe. Questions and comments, you know where to put them. As ever, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later in the next part.